Back to Group G. Brazil 2, Serbia 0. Identical scoreline from the last time these two sides met in the 2018 World Cup. So Brazil, the five-time world champions, kicked off their campaign here. With this victory, they were made to work for this. Serbia did not make life easy for them. They put up quite a resolute resilience for over an hour in this match, and I quite liked what I saw in the first half. I thought that Serbia were doing well shutting off the lanes that Brazil had going forward, especially what they were producing down the middle of the park. A major weakness that was exploited for Serbia, though, was Vinicius Jr. getting in behind on the left-hand flank. He caused a lot of problems there, his speed and his agility. But in the first half, it was really just about Serbia looking to contain Brazil, absorb pressure, deal basically with what was an onslaught. That because Brazil gradually, as the game went on, continued to throw everything at them. An area of concern for Brazil that I want to point out is that the midfield felt somewhat empty at times whenever Brazil was in offensive possession. I thought that Lucas Paqueta was going to be operating there mainly, but a lot of the times he was just not there to provide an option, whereas Neymar and Vinicius were both often on the left. And while Vinicius did cause a lot of problems for Serbia, sometimes it did make the attack a little bit disjointed and lacking. Maybe Neymar should be looking to move to the middle more. With that minor chink in the midfield, and I say minor because it's very hard to pick and choose where Brazil had flaws in this game, but there were a couple. But with that midfield presence, I think both Marquinhos and Thiago had to push the ball up and pass it to the attackers, which helped a lot. I mean, to be fair, Thiago almost got an assist in this match. So now that Neymar is possibly out, he's injured. We don't know for sure yet what his status update is. Tite will have to add another midfielder, and it's looking like it could be Fred. And if that's the case, Vinicius will have the whole left wing for himself, which in my opinion is great precisely because of the problems that he caused today and will continue to cause for other teams, with Switzerland next up to bat. I thought Rafinha was decent. His positioning was efficient, and he was unable, but the problem is he was unable to shoot the ball properly. But to be honest, Brazil's athleticism and their skill is just off the charts. The decision-making, on the other hand, leaves a little bit to be desired. I think Neymar in particular needs to not make so many unforced errors the way he did, but then again, he was getting fouled all over the pitch, which goes to show how much of a nuisance he was to the Serbian midfield. Another compliment I have to give, I was impressed by Brazil's defense as well. Danilo and Alexandro are very much integral to helping Brazil win, especially as they come up against better opposition. I thought Casemiro was great today. Brazil's defense arguably was one of the team's highest points in this match, like in terms of performance. I will give Lucas Paqueta a little bit of a break, to be fair, because when Brazil plays with Richarlison, Neymar, Vinicius, Rafinha, Paqueta usually has to play a bit further up to support Casemiro, so the team doesn't get too unbalanced. And Fred is usually better in that role than Paqueta is, just in my humble opinion. It's just that with Paqueta, you get more creation in offense. But I thought Paqueta was okay today. As far as Serbia is concerned, I think they have to make a statue of Milinkovic-Savic. I think he was one of the best players on the pitch today for Serbia, and without his coming off his line and making good decisions to punch the ball away and to collect it and to snuff out any chances that Brazil were creating in aerial positions, and as well strikes from long distance, I thought the Serbian goalkeeper really kept Serbia in this match all the way until the end, and it could have gotten even uglier because Brazil continued just the overwhelming pressure and the onslaught in the second half, and they could have had 3, they could have had 4. We got to talk about Richarlison, man. This guy turns up for Brazil. He did so when he played that leadership role for the under-23 side in the Olympics last year in Tokyo. He showed up here again today, man. Those 2 goals. The second one, oh my gosh, the second goal by Richarlison, the way he levels that ball, the control he had over that, to where he elevates himself and he does the diving strike to net Brazil's second on the night. That's one of the best goals of the tournament so far. And I feel like best goal of the tournament so far is a line I keep repeating, but we're having a lot of great goals in this World Cup. I think you guys would agree. Woo, that was a fire goal to cap off what was a fire performance. And I think once around the 65th, 70-minute came, Serbia started to really feel the wear and tear of the match. But they put in a valiant effort here. They made Brazil really struggle to break them down. And I think that this was a good test for Brazil. And I think with Serbia now, they can look ahead, look at Switzerland. Switzerland were a little bit wanting today. Cameroon should be ripe for the picking. They're still in this. They can't get it in their mind that they're in trouble now. They could have done better with a 1-0 loss instead of 2-0. Goal difference has to be kept in mind. But look, I think that they're still well in contention to come out of this group. They put in as best of a performance as they could, because at the end of the day, Brazil is just too OP, man. They're just too strong.